Thursday, July 31st. We're almost there to August. And it is 74 degrees. And it's 7:57. I had to stay at home and do some things, so that's why I'm running not quite as fast or as early as I have been. It is 92% humidity. We had a little bit of rain last night, I believe, but not as much as we did on Tuesday night. I know there was some lightning and some thunder in the area, but I don't think it rained very much here. May have somewhere else, but not right here. The road's dry, don't see any wet patches, so oh well. So let's see how the parking is today down here. Now, I understand the other plant is going to go on different hours. They're going to go on 10-hour days, 4 days a week. Now, I would love to have those hours, or I think I would. But I was told that we cannot do those hours because of our freezers. So, and just so you know, I'm in the food manufacturing business, but that's all I'm going to say. And we'll go from there. Now, there is one, but I want one just a little bit closer if possible. So this is for you, Carl and Mark. Not those two together, but Carl and Mark. Me riding around looking for a parking place. Alright. Don't see any down here. Don't see any on that other road. I guess I'm a little bit too late because I think the cleanup is leaving earlier than they have been. But it's either me go back over here and get that one, or go up to the hill and try to move down later. It's not that I'm too lazy to walk it. I am. I can walk it. It's just this afternoon when it's warm, it takes all my energy. Now, I can walk on the flat land fine. You know, on the flat land. I'll get started with Tim as soon as I find a parking place. And I know some of you are like, just get on with it. Then some of you are like, yeah, keep riding around. But I'm going to go down here and try to get this parking place if nobody's gotten it yet. That I said I was going to ride around to look for a better one. And why don't I like this one? Because it's kind of on a hill. It's kind of on a hill. Now, them guys right there, what are they doing? I guess they're going to work. I don't know. So I hope to hear from my blood work today. I do have an appointment next week to talk to the PA over there, or FMP, whatever she is. It's not that I'm thinking about switching. It's just I want to get a different opinion about something. Plus, I need them to, if they refer me first, I mean, I could call myself, but it'd take forever to get an appointment. But I want them to see if they can get me in quicker for this place I have on my eye. I'm just a little worried about it. And then I've still got that little, I don't know if it's what it is. I want to know what's on my nose. Yeah, I do. I want to know what it's, it may be nothing, but then again, it may be something, because, you know, I was a sun worshiper in my younger days. Not gonna lie, but I stopped doing it. I did. Also got the tanning bed, but I never tanned my face in the tanning bed. Nope. But I went to a lot of NASCAR races. A lot of NASCAR races before even sunscreen was a thing. You know, you wanted, as Tim says, you wanted the color. Yep, I was stupid. I'll admit it. Okay, I'm going to turn that air over just a little bit. Tomorrow is when I think the cold front, well, we're supposed to have the cold front come in Saturday. Well, I mean, it's supposed to be, on the weekend, we're supposed to only be in the 70s. I'm sure the humidity will still be up, but I was looking at the map just to see what it was going to be on the mountain, and the only place I found that was going to be a lot cooler was Beach Mountain. Even Mount Mitchell is going to be warmer than us, so just the way it's coming across, I guess. But Beach Mountain looks like a fun place to go Saturday, but I'm not going. Well, I say I'm not going. I don't think I'm going. Who knows where I end up? Maybe nowhere. All right, Tammy. So Tammy only did 2 videos yesterday, and he bought some odd items at Walmart, it looked like cleaning supplies and brushes. I mean, how often does he clean? Because I don't go through cleaning supplies that quick. I will buy something new cleaning because I want something different before I ever go through cleaning stuff. Now, I'm not telling you I'm not a housekeeper. I mean, I clean, but I don't clean every weekend. I'm only one person. I'm not that dirty. I do go over the floor with a damp mop, or I'll go over places that looks like, you know, where Billy's food bowl is. I'll go over that. But as far as mopping the entire floor every weekend, no, I don't do that. I don't need to. I do go over the bathroom every week, though, sometimes twice a week. But I don't really cook at home hardly because I'm not eating at night. You know, I'll say, knock on, I know that's not wood. I don't have no wood in here. I'm proud of myself for the way I've been eating the past 2 weeks. I've not really cheated. I mean, if I say not really cheated, I did have a bite. Saturday, I did order me a steak from Applebee's, and I took a bite of their mac and cheese. But a bite, that's all. Didn't eat the whole thing, and I just wanted to take a bite. That was all. So that's really the only cheating I have done, other than my cracker that I take with my pills of the morning. That's all I have. Now, I could fix me bacon, but I'm just, you know, I'm trying not to, until I got a baseline. I want to get a baseline for my cholesterol and everything before I go full bore carnivore. And I don't know that I'll actually go full bore carnivore. I still will occasionally have a salad, just a green salad with some dressing like oil and vinegar or something like that. And, you know, if we do go out, I'm not going to starve myself. I will get a piece of meat of some kind. And I'll ask them, can they please not cook it in seed oils? But we'll see. I mean, like I say, I'm not going to be what I consider, for me, 100% carnivore is someone that hardly ever eats out, always makes their own meals. Now, I admit I have to stick to the same thing every day, and I know I've gotten off Tim. But anyway, I have been eating ribeye steaks every day at lunch. I get the thin cuts, and that's what I eat. And that's it. At night, I'll have like 4 or 5, well, last night I had 8 cheese cubes. Cheddar cheese cubes. And that's it. That's it. Now, I know that's probably not enough calories. I am adding butter to the steak, but not near as much. And see, that was another thing. He buys butter more than anybody I know. I don't eat that much butter. You know, I also put olive oil on my steak. So, that's good fats. But I don't have near the butter that Tim has. And maybe I should. I don't know. But I just feel better if I don't have all that. Now, as far as the fat on the steak, if I can burn the fat, I might eat it. But other than that, I just can't do it. I know some people can, but I just can't do it. Just can't. Anyway, we're going to go on to Tim. Okay, he bought all these groceries. I don't know why. You know, there's talk, if you look at comments and stuff, that maybe Tammy's moved to a different apartment, which I think is possible. There's also such a chance that she moved back to the daughters. Maybe she got a place over there. You know, we just don't know. But I'm sure the Bradenton paparazzi will figure it out. And I don't even know who the Bradenton paparazzi is. I just know that sometimes pictures show up of Tim and Tammy together. They'll be sent anonymously to people. You know, it could be even Tim sending the pictures so we could talk to him from a fake email. Who knows? Who knows? Anyway, because you know that I think Tim tries to stir up drama. He likes us talking about him. He don't like people that talk really, really bad about him or, you know, tell the truth about him. And I'm not saying that I lie about him. I don't. I just sugarcoat him. I know I got called out the other day by non-compete or non-competent. I can't say the name. I got to learn to pronounce it right. Anyway, I know they called me out because I was, you know, saying don't, you know, how can you be this nice to Tim? It wasn't really those words, but all this stuff. You know, bringing it back of how he's doxed people and all that. And I know all that. But there is just sometimes I just can't do it. I just feel like I'm being too mean. And that's just me. I know y'all know what I called him the other day. I said that he was disgusting. And he is disgusting at times. And he may be disgusting all the time. But, you know, I don't understand why he does the things he does. I don't understand why he lies. You know, a lot of people think he lied about the coffee, that he really bought the coffee for himself the other day. I don't know that. I don't know that. He may have, and he may not have. I'm sure there's people out there that send him stuff just because they feel sorry for him because we're out here talking about him. I believe also that most of his views are hate views or views of people that don't like him. They want to see what kind of drama he's going to do next. He's made it that way. He has made his channel the way it is. He's talking about he's going to ride around some neighborhood in Bradenton that's just the gem of the area, you know. And then he said yesterday he was going to make a video talking about the old days again. But no video went up, so I guess he couldn't do it. I only walked 555 steps yesterday. What happened, Tim? I thought you had to get your steps in every day. Didn't go to the gym. You know, starts talking about, you know, people that go on the internet to find dates and stuff like that. Well, I can tell you right now, Tim, you'll find somebody when you're least likely to think you're finding somebody. And I do agree, most people meet people around their job. That was how I met Dave. But that don't mean you can't meet somebody else. I mean, I met other, you know, boyfriends, met my ex-husband out and about. And, you know, if I told the story about meeting him, I mean, people would think I'm crazy. But I met him because it was at a NASCAR race. And I was riding around hotels looking for race car drivers. But he's standing over a balcony, waving, you know, whistling. That was how I met him. And it just went from there. That should have told me something, but it didn't. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. All I know is that you do have to make yourself available. I will say that. I do think you need to go out and socialize with people, but that doesn't mean you have to be looking for someone. Let it have to happen randomly. That is, if you're really looking for somebody. Is this just more drama? Is this more reasons for us to think that maybe you and Tammy have split up? As I said before, I will never believe they have split up completely until one of them is no longer here on earth. Even if Tammy or him got married to someone else, I think they would cheat on the other one with each other sometime or another. I just think they are somehow have this bond, but the bond is they just can't be around each other all the time. And we know Tammy's first. Her family comes first. And I think Tim can't handle that. And Tammy can't handle that Tim's channel comes first. So, You know, Tim will say, God comes first, you know. Although he don't really say God that I know of. You know, he'll say, maybe he says his faith. I don't know. He'll say that comes first. But we know what comes first. YouTube comes first. Now, I do admit that he's cut back a little bit on the videos, which leads me to believe he's either out doing something or he's with her or with someone else. Some of us have suspected that he may have a part-time job, and he just might. He may be doing something. You never know. You never know with Timmy. All right, I got to go. Love y'all. Bye.